Good afternoon, everyone. Y'all can hear me? Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tanya Howell-Huzzy. I am the manager of the Business Development and Consulting Institute at the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean. Welcome to our webinar today titled E-Commerce and You. Our guest speaker today is Mr. Barrington McIntosh, and he will let you know about his experience as an accomplished Amazon, eBay, and other online platforms seller. Usually, we will start with our webinars with a presentation about the BDCI and its services. And if you would like more information, you can visit us at bdci.co. However, in the interest of time, we will move directly to the presentation, allowing you the opportunity to ask your questions at the end. Please note that if you have any questions, you may write them in the questions section below, in the Q&A section below that is at the bottom of your screens. And we will answer those questions at the end. We will read them out, and if there's any clarity needed, we may unmute you and allow you to talk, okay? So thank you for joining us. And now I'm going to let Jonathan Grant, one of our management trainees and business development officers here at the BDCI, introduce Mr. McIntosh.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Everyone hear me clearly? Okay, so my name is Jonathan Grant, and I'm coming here today from UCC's BDCI. Now, Mr. Barrington McIntosh is a seasoned online entrepreneur and Amazon expert with over 12 years of experience in the industry. Prior to venturing into the world of e-commerce, Mr. Barrington honed his skills in information technology management, amassing 13 years of valuable experience in Jamaica and the USA. However, driven by his passion for online business, he made his courageous decision to pivot his career towards entrepreneurship. Over the past decade, Mr. Barrington has dedicated himself to cultivating a thriving online presence across various e-commerce platforms, from Amazon in multiple regions, including the USA, Canada, Mexico, UK, Germany, Spain, Italy, France, and Sweden, to other platforms such as Walmart, USA, Shopify, eBay, Sears Marketplace, Rakuten, Wish, and Etsy. Barrington has established himself as a prominent figure in the online selling community, specializing in offering invaluable insights to small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs. Mr. Barrington has committed to assisting businesses in creating and enhancing their online ventures. His remarkable achievement includes taking his Amazon business from ground zero to the top 25% of all sellers during the holiday season of Q4 in 2012. Since then, Mr. Barrington's success has only continued to soar, earning him prestigious invitations as a featured speaker on numerous Amazon seller conferences. Beyond his own accomplishments, Mr. Barrington is a deeply passionate person about giving back to his community and empowering others to pursue entrepreneurship. Through insightful training and mentorship programs, he aims to support struggling sellers and inspire individuals to embrace the world of online business as a viable alternative to traditional job hunting. With a heartfelt desire to contribute to the growth and prosperity of Jamaica, Mr. McIntosh remains committed to making a meaningful impact in the lives of inspiring entrepreneurs and business owners worldwide. Now I'll ask that we give a warm welcome to Mr. McIntosh as he will come now and make his presentation.
Hey, Jonathan, thank you so much for that intro. Tenille, how you doing? Nice to see you again. We're new year, new faces, but same good content that UCC always brings. So we're excited about all of you that joined. We are going to, go through a very nice presentation. And what I want you to do while you're going through this presentation is think about the 1 or 2 steps that you need to take. This is directed at you, the 1 or 2 steps that you need to take in order to move from where you are right now to take you to the next step of getting your business registered, getting your business started. And UCC has an excellent program, guys. Stay with me to the end, because this is going to change the way how you look at things and how you feel about yourself getting started online. It might look daunting, but let's break it down for you. So I'm going to share my presentation now. Tenny, let me know when and if you're seeing my presentation, and I'm going to go start from the top. All right, I'm going to go in slideshow mode here shortly. Let me see. Slideshow, play from start, and let me know. All right, so let me know. Are you seeing my screen okay, Tenny? All right, good. So thank you all and welcome to our presentation, how to start or grow a successful e-commerce business. So first question I want to ask you, have you guys ever applied for a US visa? Have you ever applied for a US visa? Yes or no? I want this to be interactive, you know, guys. So I want to see in it. Just drop it in there. Yes or no? You ever go to embassy yet? You ever apply for a visa? No, you know that when you go to embassy, there are certain things, if you go there before, maybe you get, turned on like me. I tried 4 or 5 times before I got the visa. But you know that there's things that you have to have when you go there. You need a bank statement. You need proof of income. You have to show if you have any assets. Overall, what they're looking for is proof to show that you will come back to Jamaica after a short trip to the US. And you know how it is when you get there and you sit down in the chairs and you're going up and your hand middle a sweat and you say, wow, I wonder if I'll get a visa here. You know how it is. And I'm just describing something that's very real, because what we're going to talk about today is very real, and we're going to show that, yeah, you can actually attain it. You look at that lady at the window and sometimes when they're talking and it might sound really loud and you're like, gee, just keep it down now. It's just me you're talking to, you don't need everybody in the back to hear. It's that feeling, that rush. And think about if you go, you never get through, okay. But if you go and you get that stamp and they give you that ticket and they say, hey, go to DHL and pay. Sometimes when you hear that you can't even process, you're just like, really? You just want to move. And if they're calling, even if they call your name, you're just trying to get out that door because you don't want them to call you back and say, oh, it's the wrong thing. You're trying to get out the door. That's the feeling. So what we're looking at here is that you have something that you need to get ready. You have requirements, bank statement, proof of income, proof of assets. You need to have that. You just want to show them that you are coming back to Jamaica. So I started off with that so I can ask you this question. What if I told you that I know a simple step-by-step process for you to get your visa? What if I told you that right now? I know a simple step-by-step process to get your visa. You'd be like, Barrington, we're not talking about that. We're not here to talk about how to get a visa. We're here to learn about how to start an e-commerce store. That's what we're interested in. That's what we want to know. We want to talk about Amazon. But let me ask you one question. What is that one thing that Jamaicans protect more than anything else? What is that one thing that Jamaicans treasure more than anything else? What is that? All of you on here know. If you answered US visa, then you're correct. But why? Because you know that that US visa gives you that opportunity to start a new life, to get an option for jobs, to just do something that may not have been possible, locally, may not have been possible in Jamaica. You know, when you see people go abroad and they come back and, they can build a little room on the side and they can do certain things and you're just like, man, if I had an opportunity, I wouldn't run off. I just go over there and just, try to get a little work and try to better my family. Maybe send some money, send them a yellow building or something so they can get a little money. I just want to do it the right way. So we know that the visa opens up the option to work out a thing, get a better lifestyle for yourself. You have to go over there, go work, but you can get I work, and remember, $1 is over 150 Jamaican dollars. So if you work 100 for the week, that's 15,000. You see what I'm saying? It gives you an option to really see how you can create for you and your family. Now, what's similar about this is if you learn how to set up an Amazon store, that can be compared to your visa. If you learn how to set up an Amazon store, you can start earning in US dollars. And guess what? You don't even need a visa. You don't need to go to America to be able to capitalize on this opportunity. So that is why, guys, I want you to pay attention to this webinar. This can be game-changing. And let me just wet your beak from early. I have students who have trained, and in 3 years, I went back to one of my students and I said, hey, how did you do last year? You know what he told me? And he's working 9 to 5 in Kingston. He said, I did 60 million Jamaican dollars. Let me work that back again. He grossed 60 million Jamaican dollars. And this is not like a fluke. I have some who did 20 million, some who did 30 million, taking home 22% to 24% of that. After you take out taxes and shipping and all the expenses, taking home that money. And remember, he's still working 9 to 5. He did over 60 million Jamaican dollars. And this year, his projection is that he will be over 85 million Jamaican dollars. Now, I can tell you, this is somebody who took action. This is somebody who changed their mindset. And that's what I want. If you guys understand nothing else out of this presentation today, I want you to understand this one here that's on the screen, mindset. Now, what is a mindset? It is a set of beliefs that, hey, listen, this is all I can do. I can only go to work for 9 to 5 for somebody, and that's all I can do. That's the mindset. Now, you can either have a fixed or a growth mindset. What's the growth mindset? It's that, boy, you know, I start off somewhere, but this doesn't have to be where my end is. I can grow. I can actually own a business. I can actually do something for myself and my family that I control. So 9 to 5 is not bad. It teaches you discipline. It teaches you how to do certain things. But then you have this growth mindset. Boy, I wonder if I could actually own a business now and employ people. Do you know how I feel really accomplished? When my students call me and say, Mr. Mark, you know that I had to employ somebody because I'm getting so many orders from Amazon. That give me cold bump, real cold bump, like you're looking like, really? You had to hire somebody, and guess what? They're still working, and they had to hire somebody because the orders are getting so much. And all of us know that. All of us buy on Amazon. If there's one person here that said they don't buy on Amazon, you just probably like, okay, well, you might be just old, you don't like technology. But for the most part, I see 116 connections, and I can guarantee you that over 110 of us buy on Amazon. We can guarantee you that. So you need to change your mindset. You can make this happen. And just to share a quick story, because we're going to do about 45 minutes, and then we're going to get into the Q&A because I want you to get your questions in. I grew up on Waltham Park Road. I grew up on Waltham Park Road. I went to Whitfield All-Age School. When I went to school, they said to me, well, you know, most of you pitney down here, no, now come out to nothing good. You just have a rub out on the hand middle. And that did burn me. I can tell you that. Because in my mind, I'm like, why the teacher saying that? Why is she saying that we can't come out to nothing? We're good to know. And I said to myself, you know, some going to pass common entrance. You know, some going to work hard and pass common entrance. And she said, all you do is come to school and play football. You not come out to nothing. But little did I know that she was using reverse psychology on me is the mindset. She was saying, you see, if I tell them this, is either some of them are going to say, well, I true Mr. Talk and them, or they're going to it's going to challenge them to move them to take action. And that's what I did. Went out there, I studied, I played my football, you know, but I studied, and guess what? I took my common entrance, and when that paper came out of me and look up and down, guess what? I passed to go Campion College. Now remember, leaving from Whitfield Avenue to go Campion College is just a no-no. Because of your Kingston 13 address, you're not going to be able to get placed up there. But the grades were so good, they could not ignore it. And I'm saying this to you to say, make your grades good in terms of your work ethic, why you do what you do. And trust me, with the right coaching and the right direction, you could run a multi-million-dollar business from right here in Jamaica. You don't have to go nowhere. You don't even need no visa. So your mindset, you see how long I spent on this slide? It is so important. And remember, if you have any questions, just pop them in the group. Just pop them in the chat. And at the end, we're going to take them. Very, very important. Now, a lot of people might ask, Mr. Mac, me hear about this thing long time, but can this really work for me? No, we have a person who she had about 200 people subscribe and at short notice, and she was just somebody who heard about it and she said, hey, you know, I'm going to bring some people on and we're going to talk about it. And we were able to talk to them and help them to grow their businesses from zero. They didn't have anything and they were able to grow businesses that are now in the millions of dollars. One lady came on in November 29, and by this January, she had a $1.something million business. I couldn't believe it, but guess what? She put in the work. Now, what are some of the challenges? Well, Mr. Mac, me too tired and me reach home, you know. Me tired, me can't do nothing. You know what? This is too hard. This is for overseas people. I can't do this. Listen, boy, I'm really busy. Me not think I can do this. It's too early. I don't have the money to do it. I want to change your mindset. There are no excuses. 99% of failures come from people who have the habit of making excuses. So I want you to put all those excuses out of your mind. Don't think about those different things. Throw the excuses, because guess what? We're going to work together and we're going to make this happen. And we can tell you this right now. It's like all that finger pointing. You see, once you get that first sale, you see, once you set up your account and do all you need to do, get your passport, your driver's license, whatever you need, and get your first sale, trust me, I hardly hear from the students after that. You know? I hardly hear from the students. Why? Because they get to understand that, wow, this work, it really works. It's not a pie in the sky thing. And with the program that UCC has put together, you get that hand-holding over 2 weeks where we work with you to actually get this done. But we're going to walk through the whole process and you're going to see that. And I know persons may have their questions, but you have to just hold your questions until the end. I see somebody just put up their hand, but just hold your questions until the end. Write it down, put it in the chat, but we're going to talk about it. No excuses, right? No excuses. Now, we're going to talk first about what are channels. You might hear me say, you know, different channels. You can sell online and sell on different channels. What are channels? Now, all we're talking, when I mention channels, it's really just a way of bringing products or services to the market. So we can define those like a sales channel. It can be direct. You can sell directly to businesses or you can sell to consumers. With Amazon, we're going to list our products. We're going to create a store on the world's largest marketplace that supplies millions of people around the world. And we're going to be able to sell on our store to those persons. So that's direct to consumer. Now, you can also sell directly to businesses. Amazon has something set up where you can actually sell to businesses. So let's say you're selling teas and my business is, I have a tea shop and I have customers that I can buy directly from you. So that's called business to business, or you can go business to consumer. So that's what we're going to look at. What are the different channels? And when I say channels, I mean like Amazon, eBay, Etsy, Walmart, and we sell on every single one of those channels. Now, if you had said this to me years before, I said, Barrington, you know, you could sell on Walmart. I'd be like, really? That can't happen. Me can get a product and it can be sold on Walmart.com? No, sir, that's impossible. But it's when you change your mindset, it's when you start being around people who change that mindset too, trust me, you can make it happen. And that's what we're going to show you how to do. Now, when you think about it, you know, there are things that you have to do to get this rolling. So it's not like this is you wake up today and tomorrow you make $1 million. It don't work. And if that is something that you came on this webinar for, you can leave the webinar right now. I can tell you that. It's not being arrogant or anything, but it's just, I'm telling you, this requires work. So you have to put in the work. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to show you how a platform like Amazon, you can get a product, you can list it, you can pay your month rent, affordable monthly pricing, you can manage your inventory, you have your shipping, you ship to the customers, you have your options to make a product stand out. And all of that, you can make more sales. Very, very important. You'll be able to make more sales. So we're going to walk you through how all of this is done. So the questions start to come in now. You have the questions. Barrington, I live in Jamaica. How am I going to do this? How am I going to make all of this happen? That's what we're going to help you with. So I want you to, as you start to have your questions, just jot them down, write them in the chat, and we're going to show you how you can make this happen. How this is not some pie in the sky, but it's a real thing. Now, you can ask, Barton, who you work with so far? Like what company you help on Amazon? I'll just give you a couple of stories. I met with the owner on National. And while I'm giving you this story, guys, think about the product. You hear me tell you that? Think about the product. I met with the owner of National, and he was saying, well, you had a hard time to get on Amazon, and he was wondering if I could come in and help him. So I say, yeah. So he said, how much do you charge? And I said, well, I charge $250 an hour. That's US dollars. So it was like $2,500 US to work with them for 10 hours. I said, okay, no problem. I'll come in. Within hour number 5, which is not just like 5 hours in one day, do 2 hours a day or maybe another hour or whatever. Just work with them. And we got them onto Amazon. They couldn't get on because it was just that Amazon wasn't accepting Jamaican businesses that time and, all kind of things. But no, we worked with them. We got them onto Amazon. And it was right before COVID. And he called me back, I remember the March, and he said, listen, our account is up, but it's brand new. Can you help us to really get this thing rolling with Amazon? And I'm like, all right, let's work with you. I can do that. So we got them set up, and he said, listen, I have a container of bun and cheese in New York. And all the stores locked down because of COVID. What can you do to help? And I said, all right. Now, let me tell you something. I have to take off my glasses for that one. What can you do to help, Barrington? And I said to them, well, you know what? We can list your bun and cheese in our store. And he's like, all right, do that. We have them in New York, and you can sell them. And listen, let me tell you something, man. If you can do this for us, we'll really appreciate it. And whatever you need in Jamaica, we'll help you. We say, all right, cool. I tell you not. We listed the bun and cheese on Amazon. And me never know say bun and cheese sells so hard online. We sold 1 container of bun and cheese in 3 months, 40-foot container. We sold a 40-foot container of bun and cheese in 3 months. You saw people just come on and buy, and buy, and buy. I'm like, geez, I saw people buy bun and cheese, man. You just get cold bump every day. People just buying 5, 10, 20. I'm say, wow, this thing really worked. And I mean, I was in it for 10 years already. And I never knew bun and cheese could sell like that. So that's one product I put in your mind. Get that in your mind. We sold out the whole container of bun and cheese. We work with another company, Fleetwood. We work with manufacturers who do teas. We work with manufacturers who do coffee. And we get them online and they're selling. And you're just thinking, wow, I can help these businesses. Buy a tin of milk and a bread. Say, boy, is a work we're created from National. They might do this. And you feel good because you're helping local businesses. So trust me, this is something that works. Now, we have students both in Jamaica, but most of my students are in the US because that is where I started out in 2010. And I started to teach in 2010. So most of the students are in the US. I only started to teach locally since 2019. But since we've been online for 14 years, and all of that time, most of the students are in the US. And I can tell you, most of them do very well. Some of the times, they just do 1 course with us. And after 1 course, you'll see them coming back and giving you some stories. I'm going to share some of them with you. Now, this one of my students, he's from Malaysia, Indonesia. He started with $400 US in 2014. So that gives you an idea of, Mr. Mac, you know, how much money I'm going to need to start this business. And I'm going to break that down. Don't worry yourself. He started with $400 in 2014. And last year, he did $14 million in sales. He takes home probably about 30% of that. And remember, I'm not just telling you about sales. I tell you about how much money you carry in your pocket when taxes come out, when you buy your products, when you pay Amazon them fees and everything. We tell you clearly. So he went over with that about 30% of that. Can you imagine that? $14 million and going over with 30%. Sweet piece of gravy. The man saying he can take care of his whole family in Indonesia and bring up everybody. The man called me back last year and said, listen, anything I can do for you. Anything that I can do for you. And you know what this proves to me? The principle that I live by. And that's the Bible. It tells you in Luke 6:38, practice giving. And it don't have to be money. I taught him a skill set that he's able to sell on Amazon. And he's doing 14 million. And the man come back and say, listen, anything you want, any way I can help you, I'm going to help you. So that's what I want to do for people who join this webinar. How can I help you? How can I show you how to do this from your yard, where you can actually set up a store and sell on the world's largest marketplace and be able to replace your income? I mean, until I say run off your job, but you will be able to replace your income, because this is what happens. And remember, all of us shop on Amazon. I want you to drill that in your brain. Every single one of us shop on Amazon. And I can tell you, not everybody that is on Amazon buys directly from Amazon.com. Amazon is just a marketplace. It's just like you go to Coronation Market, but you have different vendors in the market. We are like vendors on Amazon. That's what it is. So look at these notifications. Amazon say, hey, we ship the item you sold. It's a good thing when you see that. You get code bomb. Now, look at this. Ecom Dash, different places that we sell. You will have different people who buy. So I'm going to show you the platforms. But let me tell you the basic steps to get started on Amazon. Amazon requires your driver's license or your passport. They'll require a bank or a credit card statement. They will require to have a mobile phone. They'll require a chargeable card. This can be a debit card or a credit card. So nobody have any excuses. This is going to take away all of the excuses. Nobody have any excuses. And then they want your store name, what you're going to trade under. Barrington's Grocery, so and so. Those are the 5 things that you need. So let me go over it again. Passport or driver's license, bank or credit card statement. You want your mobile phone, you want a chargeable card, and you want the name of your store. 5 things to start on Amazon. Once you have those, you now have the ability to run a multi-million-dollar store right from Jamaica. And that's possible for every single one of you that has connected to this, or you're watching the replay. Now, these are the different channels that we sell on. So we sell on Amazon France, Amazon Canada, Amazon UK, Amazon, Portugal. We sell on Walmart. Listen, some of the time when I'm talking about this, I'm like, really? I never go UK yet. I've never been to Europe. I've never been to Europe. But I can tell you, when your money coming back in euros and your money coming back in pounds, you know what Europe is like. I've never been there. And why I say mindset is so important is because when I started out to expand into Europe in 2012, I called some of my family members, hey, trying to sell, coffee and them things. That not gonna work, man. That not gonna work, man. No, you can't sell them things over here, man. You're gonna need this and you're gonna need that. And if I took just that, it would absolutely crush me. I wouldn't do anything. But I say, you know what? I'm going to start. And I started off and I make a little £1,000 and I make a little, and I'm going to show you the numbers that we have grown to because of expanding and selling in these marketplaces. Now, we're now selling on Etsy. We sell on eBay, all of these platforms. I tell you that I live in Jamaica, right? I live right here in Jamaica. I don't go anywhere. I live right here in Jamaica. When we got the award for top 25% of all Amazon stores, I'm frightened. I said, really? When my wife come and say, hey, look here, you get an award, top 25%. I said, in my head, I'm in Jamaica. In my head, I would always say, this can't work from Jamaica. But you see, the more you set small goals and work towards them, small goals and work towards them, and you start to achieve that goal and start to achieve that goal, you're like, okay, this can work. I got my first call to speak at a conference in the US. Them send the ticket for me and my wife, everything. And I say, really? So I call the guy and I say, me come up to speak, like, me not understand the thing yet. This is about 10 years ago. Me not understand the man. Say, listen, if you can be on an island surrounded by sharks and being in Amazon's top 25%, you need to come and talk to people about that to help to motivate them because they live here. They have, you have a lot of excuses. Oh, it's a hard for ship. Oh, how am I going to get through customs? You have a lot of, but people here don't have any excuses. And when I went there and I did this presentation, in my mind, Tenil, I can tell you this, I thought I would make, like I always heard that if you make like 50 US an hour, yeah, you're in the top league, you're good. And I said, all right. So he asked me, after them fly me in and everything, I was thinking, okay, I did a 45-minute presentation. And he said, oh, sorry, I have your check. This was online. I did the webinar presentation first. And I did something and he said, here is your check. And the check was for $697.87. I cannot forget that figure. And I'm like, wow, $697 for 45 minutes of just talking to people? And he's like, yeah, that's nothing. We're going to fly you into Texas next year. Do you know how much that was? $3,500. I'm saying that to say to you, a youth that come from Walton Park Road, that everybody write off, that say you can't do this, you can't pass for champion, you can't do this, you can't do that. I know this resonates with a lot of you who are connecting here. People write you off, no, sir, this is all you can do. But I'm trying to tell you that that is not true. You can excel and exceed. All you have to do is follow a proven path, follow people who understand and know what they're going to do and leading in the right direction. And you see, if you put in the work, you can do the same thing. You can command any fee you want because you're doing and people are seeing the numbers. They're seeing that, yo, this is not a joke thing. See there, you can go into any business and you can show them that, hey, listen, I've done it. I'm not reading a book. I've done it and I can do this for you. Jamaican companies are in demand of that. Now, what are some of the platforms? Amazon.com, eBay, Etsy, so many platforms, Shopify, Walmart. We're on every single one of these platforms. And remember, we're right here in Jamaica, just like you. You might be watching from wherever in the world, but we're right here in Jamaica and doing this from Jamaica. And a lot of times people just don't know it's possible. So in 2021, Amazon opened up to Jamaicans that you can register from Jamaica and you can open an account on Amazon. Before, Jamaica was not even in the list. I used to always ask them, why Jamaica not on the list? You have Barbados, you have Haiti, you have Trinidad, you have all these places. Why Jamaica not on the list? We don't know. One day we're going to, so I keep asking. And then finally somebody called me and said, yo, you see that Jamaica is on the list now? And I was like, yes. You know why that yes? Because I know the ordinary person in Jamaica will be able to benefit from going. If you make an extra $500 US a month, just that's all, just $500 US a month extra. That's in your pocket. What would that do for you? Just $500. In my head one time, that was absolutely impossible. $500? You're right. That's some dream world thing. I started out making $10 a day in profit. 30 days, $300. Wow. So if I did $20 in profit, I could actually be making $600 for the month. It went from 10 to 50 to 100. And then you start to have business relationships, and that is where you shine. That's the currency that you work with. And guys, remember I tell you about the mindset web slide? When I talk about business relationship, that's something that you want to just write down. If you don't do nothing else, if you even not sign up with the UCC course, me can tell you, if you understand business relationships, that's the currency. I remember we started out and we were selling some products. And the manager called, the owner of the factory called us and said, hey, I want to meet with you guys. And I'm like, oh Lord, I'm going to take it to now. Then he see what we are doing, and they will take it away. And man, so we kind of tie them out a little bit. Then them call us back and say, hey, you have to come in. We have to talk to you. I said, Lord, me and my wife go down there reluctantly. So okay. The man said, listen, you guys are selling more than we are online, and we're the factory. What are you doing? So, well, we sell on Amazon, now we sell on eBay. And the man said, listen. So in my mind now, they're going to take it from us. So he said, listen, we're the factory, and we just want to focus on making the best quality. What can we do to help you? They said, listen, we do handshake relationship. We don't into the whole email. We want to know who we're dealing with. And since we meet, and we're okay, what can we do to help you? So, if we can get a little credit, because I just taking out the baby pampers money now, and I use and I buy and I try to turn it, and I try to turn it to the man. It's like, I like that. You're a family man. Here what? I'll start you up with $250,000 in credit, and let's just see how you work with us. And then we can know how we can deal with you. We started at $250,000 in credit. And I said to my wife, when we make the sales, we are pay them first. We not touch the money till we pay them first. We make the sales, we pay them. We'll go back and they say, okay, we're going to push it to $500,000. What? You're going to push us to $500,000? We do that, we pay them. Move forward, we went to $1 million. You see, after that, they just say, take what you want, man. Because you're paying us. You're better than some of these big companies that draw us over 3-4 months. You pay, no, take what you want, man. Do you know what that did for a business? It just skyrocketed business. I went to an expo after that. At the expo, and somebody said, hey, why you carry this guy product and you don't carry mine? I said, give me credit. I said, I'll give you credit too. And we picked up 5 manufacturers that way, where we don't have to actually pay the money up front. Them send out the product for us. We pay them later. And that is what put the business on skyrocket. That's where you have inventory coming in. You can pay DHL, you can pay all these guys. Business relationships. Having good business relationship, trust me. If you give your word, don't go back on it. That is very, very important. Now, formally, let me introduce myself. My name is Barrington McIntosh. I have a family of 5. One of my daughters have special needs. So it's me and my wife and 4 kids. Joshua, the biggest one. Then you have 3 girls after that. Started selling on Amazon since 2009. First to do it out of Jamaica. Now, in the global space, people know you as the international consultant because that's what we do. Store ranked in the top 25% of all of these sellers on Amazon. And all of this is done from right at yard, so right at Jamaica. Me not live overseas, me live right outside Jamaica. We've been guest speakers in some of the largest Amazon sellers conference in the world. Guest speaker meaning, think about this. You go into a conference and I sit in the back. I like sitting in the back. You sit down with a lot of people from all over the world. They don't know who you are. So they kind of just look on your awake and they don't know who you are. And then when they announce the keynote speaker and you get up from that table and you go up and you start to speak, afterwards, everybody want to come, everybody want to talk to you. But I'm just trying to say, where you start off in life, don't decide or don't dictate what's going to happen. If you have the right mindset, if you put in the work, if you build these big, good business relationships, I can tell you that, I mean, I'll tell you that tomorrow you're going to make $1 million, but if you put in that work, you're setting up yourself for success. And this is something that online sales is not something people, in the whole COVID, they got used to it. And I can tell you, Brand Jamaica is just amazing. When we were in COVID, do you know how much Busy and Cersei tea we sell? Busy and Cersei tea, Do you know how much tambourine ball we sold? Like people say, boy, no, go on, Tambourine balls. We sold coffee-flavored tambourine balls. And I hope when I'm giving you all these products, your mind start to run to see that it's not a joke thing. Coffee-flavored tambourine balls, we sold a whole ton of that right from here in Jamaica. And guess what? The little guy that making the tambourine ball, he might eat a food. Everybody win. Amazon FBA, that is the most popular way because guess what? 54% of the items that are sold on Amazon is not from Amazon themselves. It's from third-party sellers like me and you. Why is Amazon the biggest marketplace in the world? Not because they bring all this stuff to the market, because they have people like me and you who bring stuff to the market. How else you going to get tambourine balls? Who will sell tambourine balls? Now, I'm going to ask a question, Tenil, and I want you to tell me who answered this question. If you are on Amazon and you're selling nutmeg, what would be a nice complementary product to sell with the nutmeg? Post it in the chat quick. What would be a nice complementary product to put with the nutmeg?
Think
Let me see if you think.
chocolate. Yeah.
There you go. So me like them there with me today. Like I'm cool. I like it. They're here. Me like it. Me love that. Uno not sleep. Uno there with me. Me love that. Me love that. Now, my commitment to anyone on this who is serious about doing this and changing your income is that we will work with you till you're successful. That is my commitment. So you have to come to the game with something. You have to go come to the game and say, Barrington, I'm ready. I'm going to put in the work. And I can tell you this, as I told you earlier, if you come onto this webinar and you feel like you're going to make it tomorrow or make it next week without putting in the work, I can tell you can log off right now. You have to dedicate yourself 6 months to a year to put in the work. And I'm telling you, the ones who put in the work see the results. And I have tons of testimonials from students who started off with 1,200 US, because then they back up 1,200 US. Them start off with 1,400 US, because that's what they back up. And them call me now, and you know how I feel good when they say, Mr. Barrington, you know, say, last year, me do want 3 million Jamaican dollar. Me never even see them the numbers they yet in my life, you know, sir. And for no say, I can send my little daughter go to school. Them something I feel good. So these are the persons that get right off. Them can't do nothing. But you teach them a skill set that is so valuable that them can leave all them work and them can be doing this. I mean, I'll tell you, say, me I promise you no 5, but I can tell you, if you put in the work, you will see the results. That's what I can tell you. No, I'm not going to just tell you about all of the good stuff. There are challenges. You have challenges to get the account set up because Amazon is just like the embassy. They want all the I's dotted and they want all the T's crossed. You're not just going to come and just throw up anything. Nope. They're giving you gold, which is access to their customers who just take out them credit card and buy. Them not go nickel and dime. Them not go ball you down. They just take out the credit card and they just swipe it and they just buy. That is what Amazon is giving you. So in return, you need to make sure that you're doing things right. I can tell you that. Now, what are some of the challenges? Getting ungated. What is ungated? Amazon wants to know that you never just go get off of one truck and find these items that drop off of one truck. They want to know that you're buying from a reputable source. So you see, because they want to know that, what they want? They want you to have an invoice from a manufacturer that you purchased from to start ungate you or open you up to sell in different categories. And remember, if you're selling teas, that don't mean you can't go down to Sun Island and buy some shirts. That don't mean you can't go to what's her name and buy some slippers. But every category that you want to sell in, you will need to be ungated, or they need to prove that you're buying from a reputable source. Find the right product. Mr. Mac, how am I going to find the right product? Those are some of the things that we teach. How about the right suppliers? How about when Amazon say, I do something wrong when I know I never do something wrong? Those are the things that we can help you with. So there are challenges, and I like to be transparent. Me now will tell you all of the nice stuff. Me now tell you, say, hey, listen, you have challenges. But with the challenges, 2 things. We're there to help you. And once you get past these challenges, you can just be moving forward. You can be moving forward. Now, I'm in Jamaica and I buy stuff on Walmart. I buy stuff on Target. I need a system in the US that can help me to fulfill those orders. So I buy it on eBay, buy it on Walmart, buy it on eBay, I send it to like deliver, and they fill my orders for me. That is what's called online arbitrage and order fulfillment. Some of the orders, I go down to the post office and I ship them myself. Some of the orders, I send it into Amazon FBA. So there are 3 different ways to do it. Now, this is a company called Deliver. They hold your products for you and they fill it at all the different marketplaces. That's when you don't have to touch it. That's when you hand off. You don't have to touch it. Now, look at this order. Look at this fulfillment. This is the charge from Deliver. They charge, what, $324 to fill my orders for me. That's for a month period. But can you imagine that is just for 1 month? And can you imagine what I made off of those orders? And I'm showing you inside of all of this so that you can understand that this is not a dream thing. This is a real thing. Now, look at the orders. $10.47 to fill an order here, $5 to fill this order, $6 to fill that order. But guess what? They're finding the box tape, everything. I'm taking the order. I send the products to them. Etsy, fill our orders with Etsy. That's what it costs us to fill the orders. eBay, Shopify, all of these different platforms will fill the orders from a center in the US that holds our inventory for us and send them out to the customer. Now, even Wish, you ever hear about Wish Marketplace yet? But there's a marketplace called Wish, like a channel, and I sell on that one too. Look at Walmart. I got a brand new product. I don't even ever have it here. I got a brand new product from a vendor in Jamaica, and I got them onto Walmart in 1 week. If you are able to go to a manufacturer and tell them, hey, I can put your product on Walmart in 1 month, they would have run out of them face. But when you prove it to them, it's a different thing. Because to get in through the traditional channels, to go send in the product and get it tested and all them something there, it's hard to do. But with e-commerce and online, you can get a product into Walmart eyeball within 1 month. When you can go to somebody and tell them that, that's a big, big thing for you. So you have to look at how do you leverage that? How can you make this happen? Walmart, to fill a 2-day order on Walmart is $4.99. 2-day order. Get it to the customer in 2 days. Speed, now you know about speed. You want it to get to the customer very fast. Now, let me just tell you something quickly about Etsy. And this was in 2020. They doubled their online sales and they said they grew over 140%. And that growth just continued. And guess what? Suppose you make things with your hand. You carve out stuff and so. Etsy is the best marketplace to sell on. My kids were here in the whole pandemic and they started to buy some canvas and draw and they sold a picture for $240. It was a picture, 11 by 17, of a coffee cup with steam coming out of it. And they sold it for $208. Trust me, when I got the sale and I know how much money they buy the canvas for, I say, you know what, I'm going to send them a coffee. Because in my head, I'm thinking, wow, $200 and something for one little 11 by 17 picture? People buy stuff. You just have to know what they buy and how you can bring that to them. One of the sweetest things that we do is sell globally. So as I mentioned, UK, Germany, France, Italy, Spain. I've never been to any of those places. I would love to go, but I've never been there. But we sell on all those marketplaces. Amazon does that through what's called, you can send it directly to the UK, or you can do FBA export, which means Amazon will fill the orders for you anywhere in the world. Now, why I love selling overseas is because Amazon make it easier. They deal with all of the legal stuff. They deal with all of the logistics. So you don't have to do it. You don't have to go figure out how to deal with customs. Amazon figured that out already. You just bring across your listings from .com and you're able to sell on all of these marketplaces. And remember, we're just going through an intro now, So don't get your mind wrapped around all these things. I'm just kind of giving you a touch of how it works. And once you're able to do this, you can sit down in your yard, wherever in Jamaica you are, and you can go on your phone. There's an app that's called the Amazon Seller app. And from this seller app, they're able to tell you how much money you sell today, how much money you make, how much profit, and all of that right from your phone. So if you're on the beach, it tells you. So you see, the app tells you everything, all of your sales that you're making a day. Now, look at this now, Amazon Europe. So I sell on Amazon.com, Canada, Mexico, UK, Germany, France, Italy, Spain. In 7 days, we sold 1,787 euros. Euros. That doesn't have anything to do with the Amazon.com store. That's just in Europe in 7 days. And that's just one of the stores that we carry. You look at your email and you see all of this coming in, all the sales that are made from Europe, from here, from there. You can see that the potential is unlimited, but you have to know what to sell and you have to get the right products. Now, let's break this down. Remember I tell you when I started off in the UK, as I did a whole $1,000 and I was like, £1,000, and I was like, wow, look at this number down here. £54,000. What do we sell? Jamaican groceries. 100% Jamaican groceries. How much of it we sold? Remember, say it's me and my wife and my kids and my mother help us out with shipping and so. £54,000. £54,000 in a year. Seriously? We live in Jamaica. You can do it too. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You can do it. This is not something where it's like you feel like, boy, yeah. You just said that because, yeah, I had to put in the work, but it grows over time, momentum. Germany, totally different from the UK, 8,500 euros. That's just another store. And it's only 11 products we're selling over there. Supposed to be double that now to 22 products. We can double the funds. You see what I'm saying? I'm just showing you that once you learn the right road, once you have somebody that can help you to get there, the sky is the limit. This is just to show you, to wet your beak, to show you the potential. Look at this now. Jump another year, £70,000. We live in Jamaica. This is possible for any of you that join this. It is so possible. If you're watching this on the recording, this is possible, but you have to know the steps to take. You have to know why you need to do what you need to do. And I'm going to say if you guys really are serious, because I have something coming up that I really want to say if you guys are serious about. So here's the process that we have. We make 80% of our profits from 20% of the items that we have on Amazon. So we have to make sure to them in stock. So 20% of the items that we sell are making us 80% of the profit. So we have to make sure they're in stock. So the rest of them is just test new products. But the ones that really sell, we make sure that we keep those in stock. So we check the inventory levels, see what needs to be reordered, and we just reorder, over and over. The top sellers, we sell a lot of coffee, whole heap of coffee. We can just tell you that we sell whole heap of coffee. I did not start drinking Jamaican coffee till 13 years ago. Remember when you're little, they tell you can't drink coffee. Coffee are for big people. I never know that coffee is gold. Coffee is absolute gold. Amazon prioritize grocery because that is even COVID. They just grocery themselves. If you sell clothes, kind of hold off, but grocery have to come in. No, we just have to make sure that we don't run out of stock. It's a good problem to have. Make sure that you don't run out of stock. So here are your action steps now. I want you to start to think about what you need to do today to get to where you need to go. So if you have an Amazon store already, how can I ramp it up? If you don't have no store online, Jamaicans are able to start stores online. UCC has a whole thing set up, program set up that's going to help you walk through. Give me a show of hands for those, or just put in the chat box. Is this making sense to you? Are you seeing the potential? Just put a 1 in the chat. Are you seeing the potential of what we're talking about? Just put 1 in the chat. Just type 1. I want you to type 1 because I want to make sure, say, guys, I'm not coming up over your head. And you said, well, I mean, understand that thing where I'm saying. I want you to see that this is a real thing. This is something that's real. So we're getting right up on the Q&A now. I want you to change your mindset from that fixed mindset where people tell us, no, say, you can't do that. Look, you can't do that. To a growth mindset where you just listen to Barrington and Barrington show you, say, listen, in Barna Waltham, downtown and the Waltham Park Road, and him could have set up one business for Amazon where do crazy numbers, and him still live here in Jamaica, him still has to do the same way. This is possible. Don't overcomplicate the process. A lot of people go, why? Me hear you, Mr. Barrington, but why that not work for me, because me have this, me have that, me have what? Okay? If you tell your mind that, that's what your mind will believe. But if you start to take steps towards making this happen, it can happen and it can really start to, this is not no chapter line thing. This is something where you can go on and you can do this, and this is something that you can grow as your business or the family. So don't, the syndrome is called paralysis by analysis. You analyze and say, no, sir, me can't do it. No, sir, me can't. And if somebody tell you, say, no, you can't do it, you automatically believe them. Well, me, I tell you, no, sir, you can do it. So hopefully you start to believe that. Utilize the support provided by each service provider and ask questions. When the course is there, we're going to have our group. I want you to ask questions. So let me see if you guys are real action takers. Would you like to work with me to get your store fully set up? Walk you through step by step to set up your store, go through all of the problems, go through all of the challenges, have it designed to do what you want it to do. Is that something that you guys would be interested in? I want you to go to barringtonmacintosh.com and just get signed up for my newsletter. Put a 1 in the chat that, yes, Barrington, you go to barringtonmacintosh.com and sign up for your newsletter. That is like the first step to see that you guys are action takers. Like, this makes sense. You hear it and you say, yeah, we want to do this. That's what I want you to do right now. Go to barringtonmacintosh.com and just sign up for the newsletter. We just want to say, take action. That's all. barringtonmacintosh.com and sign up for the newsletter. Then what we're going to do now is we're going to take some questions, and UCC is going to come on and they're going to tell you how you can actually work with me to get your store set up. Me and my team of experts, Amazon experts, how you can do that to actually get your thing running, your store up and running. And this is going to change. I can tell you by December, which is the top period, you're going to be talking different. And just to tell you, just to let you know, the students from the last one was afterwards. But first thing for you guys, barringtonmacintosh.com, get signed up on the newsletter, and Tennille is going to present to you now what UCC has so you can work with me one-on-one.
Okay, so we have an upcoming course, and that will be between, give me 1 second, let me put it on the screen. Right, so this course is going to be held in April, this month, April 15th until April 22nd. And obviously you can't learn everything right now within these 45 minutes of this presentation, right? So I've seen him done this before, and the first day is normally literally walking you through the steps of setting up your bank account, as well as setting up your Amazon account, right? Right, Barrington? Yes. And so the last time that I witnessed him doing this course for us, a lot of them didn't have their information ready, but the persons that did have their information ready, Barrington sat with them and showed them how to do it step by step. They shared their screen and we did it. They were able to finish the class with already having an online platform. Setting up what products they were going to sell, easy. Everyone was shocked at how easy it was, honestly. So I can honestly say that Barrington really does not hold back on the information. So this is an investment for you, okay? What I'm gonna do right now is 55,000, and that's because the early bird special has already passed, but the persons that register within this week, you can get it for 50,000. After that, it goes back to 55,000. Okay, so Nicola is going to share all that information within the chat, how you can pay. And so we're going to start the Q&A. The persons that wrote questions in the chat, please transfer them over into the Q&A. So to start, someone is asking if as a child, if they can start their online business.
That's a nice question. I like that question. So you have to be 18. Have to be 18 so that you can legally have your banking details and all of that kind of stuff. But yeah, 18 is what Amazon recognizes as, yeah, you can start doing business with us at 18. So once you're 18, you're good to go. And if you want to start and you're not even 18 yet, tell your mother or father that, hey, sign up for me, no daddy, mommy, and then I'll just run the account. And why I like that is because that's exactly what we did. Amazon was not accepting Jamaicans, and I am Jamaican, until 2021. So what did we do? I partnered with somebody in the US and have them open the store, but I ran the store. That's what we did all these years. So it's I like how you're thinking. That's good. I love how you're thinking.
Yeah, this question here is about how do I find things to sell online?
Brilliant question. And that's one of the biggest things that we teach, how to find products, how to know if something going to sell, how to know how many sell per month. We have in the course a whole section that handles product search. So you're going to search, okay, how do I know that, tamarind ball is going to sell? How do I know that tea is going to sell? We have the historical data that shows you how many sell per month, what it sells for, and the different pricing. So we have all of that ready for you guys. Let me see.
Okay, so we have another question here that was asking, how do I drive traffic to my e-commerce business?
Excellent. You know what? A lot of people, that's one of the biggest things. Okay, so I don't have any traffic. Guys, Amazon, you don't need traffic. Amazon is the traffic machine. Amazon advertise the things, they send out to the customers. So when you have products on Amazon, as long as it's good products that persons know about, you can actually have your products running on Amazon. You can buy ads on Amazon, but let's say you have a product, a really good product you're selling, and you already have it on Instagram, you have it on social media, everybody knows about it. You're just going to now say, we're available on Amazon. And I can tell you, people will buy from you on Amazon more than buying on your website. Let me say that again. People feel more confident buying your product on Amazon than buying it on your own website because Amazon builds that trust. When you have a problem, Amazon will give you a refund. So trust me, they build that confidence. When I go on Amazon, I don't ask no question. I just take out my card and just buy. And then if it come and I don't like it, I send it back. So that is the reason why customers love to shop on Amazon. The return is so easy. But when you're buying products like food items, you know that people are going to consume that. That's gone. So that's what we teach you, how to find the winning products that you can sell over and over and over again.
I'm happy that you answered that question because persons were asking that question over and over in the chat. And it is true, it does build confidence. And so persons that are making their own products, say for instance, someone is making like a, I don't know, a bath bomb, and they want to put it on Amazon. You said something about you have to show a credible purchaser or something like that. I don't know. Can you explain how a person that's making their own products can put them onto Amazon?
Right. So if you are making your own products, Amazon doesn't require you for an invoice from you. They'll require images of the product. So they want to see that it belongs to Tenille Hussey. They want to see that. So you can actually make your products, you get it registered at Bureau of Standards, you do all that you need to do, you get it export ready, you get your product export ready, and then Amazon will now require high resolution images of your products in order to be able to sell them on the platform. So but if you are a reseller where you don't make it, you're just buying from Tenille to sell it back online, they want to have an invoice from the manufacturer stating that, yes, this person actually bought 10 of these from us and it is for resale. And remember, when you're getting approved in a category, it's just one invoice. It's not like every product that you want to sell, you're going to have to buy from the manufacturer. So let's say I want to sell in the grocery category and I go to Excelsior and I buy 10 Tough Crackers. It automatically, once Amazon accepts that invoice, it automatically opens up the whole grocery category for me, 90%. So no, I don't have to go buy from National and get an invoice. I can just sell it because I already satisfied the requirement of being ungated in that category to sell in that category. So it's not everything that you need to sell, you're going to have an invoice for. So now I can go to the supermarket and buy it. You can go to the supermarket and buy it.
So they also ask, how do you select from so many products what to list on Amazon?
Perfect. Now, Amazon has what's called a bestseller ranking. That tells you how many of that product is being sold on the platform each day. And sometimes now they'll put a little thing underneath it that it says 3,000 sold this month, 30,000 sold this month. So right away, I can look and see what's popular on the platform. Be like, I never know that Betty Milk sell. I never know that Ting sell. Oh, so I can actually buy Ting and start to resell the Ting. And then another question that will come up is, so Barrington, if 10 people selling Ting, how are you going to get a sale? Because guess what? Your 10 sellers to how many million people? You can't supply the market. If the whole 3 point something million Jamaicans go on there, you cannot supply the market because the market is millions worldwide that's going to buy from the 10 of you. You're going to be sold out in no time, especially if the product is popular. You're going to be sold out in no time. So it's really looking at the data, the historical data, to see how many selling and the price it's selling for. Then you crunch the numbers now and see if you will make a profit, and then you take it from there.
Okay, so our next question would be, can you recommend prep centers for beginners?
Oh, definitely, definitely. I work with 6 prep centers right now. Because I'm not physically in the US, I have to work with prep centers. So I work with about 6 of them right now, and I'll give you the whole list of recommended prep centers in the course where you know, listen, I can get these prep centers, they'll prep it for me and send it into Amazon. And just prep from either a family member or a prep center and tell them, say, hey, if there are any stickers on it, take off the stickers for me. Amazon requires that you put it in a poly bag so it don't get dust on there. Put it back in the box and send it into them. Once they get it, they will scan that they receive 30 from you and they will then ship it out to the customer. They collect the money and every 2 weeks, they pay you the money. So 2 things to sell on Amazon. You shop rent, $39.99 every month. And after that, it's 15% commission on each sale. So your shop rent, $39.99 every month. And then after that, 15% commission. And remember, where in the world can you have a store that you're going to have access to millions of hungry buyers and you pay $39 for the month? You grab it and run. You just run with it because that gives you access to millions of people.
Okay, so there was someone here who does craft products predominantly, and they were asking what would be the estimated cost starting up with those craft products.
So what I would say in terms of startup cost, you have your cost for your training, and then you have your supplies already. So the other cost to you is going to be the $39.99 per month and the 15% commission. Those are your initial startup costs because you have your inventory already. And you're going to pay for your training, and then you're going to pay to ensure that you have your month rent, $39.99, and 15% commission when you make a sale. So those are your initial startup costs. And I always tell people to start budget about at $300 to $500 US. So if you don't have no inventory yet, budget about at $300 to $500 US to kind of just buy stuff, to buy items. You don't have to have that in. You can have 20,000 Jamaican dollars. Put it that way. But I'm just saying, in your head, budget between $300 to $500 just to go buy stuff. Because you have to go buy inventory to send it to Amazon.
Okay, so I believe this would be a repeat question where they would ask if you would recommend any starting products to start selling from the US.
From the what do you say, from the US?
Yeah. Yes, from within the US specifically.
All right, so from within the US, there are so many different products that you can sell. You can go into Walmart, you can go into Walgreens, you can go into CVS, you can go into Publix, all of the stores there. And Amazon gives you what's called an Amazon Seller app. So once you set up the account, you get an Amazon Seller app. You can use the app to scan products in the store, and it will tell you whether or not they're profitable. This is why the business is so like foolproof, because when you scan it, it's going to tell you this is selling for $29.99. How much are you paying? And you say, well, I'm paying $7. They're going to calculate it and tell you after the fees, after the shipping, after all the costs come out, you're going to make $5. So right away, you can make I'm going to make $5. I spend $7, make $5. Oh, cool, I'll do that. They'll tell you. And if you scan something and it goes into the negative, you leave that, because when you send it in, when we take out the fees and everything, you're going to be losing money. You leave that one. So Amazon has a seller app that you can just walk into stores and scan products, and it will tell you how much it's selling for on Amazon. It asks you how much you're buying it for. When you put in that price, it calculates all the shipping and the commission and everything and tell you exactly what you're going to make. So that's the good thing about Amazon. It predicts it before you even sell it.
The next question is about Etsy. And I was here thinking maybe we should add Etsy to the lineup of things that we do as well.
Etsy,
So-
no, Etsy is a bit different because Etsy now from Jamaica, you have to know if they allow it from Jamaica, because we registered a US LLC and that's what we're able to sell on Etsy. So I'm going to be looking at more things on that, you know, maybe for our next round of stuff. But we're going to talk about it for anybody that's interested. We're going to talk about it in the class as well. And the good thing, guys, we don't just leave you on your own. So what I can tell you right now, the first 10 persons that register, I'm going to give you, this is what I'm going to do right now. I never even tell you this, but I'm just going to do it. The first 10 persons the first 20 persons that register today, between now and tomorrow, I will give you my list of top sellers out of Jamaica. We're done with you. I'm going to give you a list of top sellers out of Jamaica for the first 20 persons to register. And remember, Tenille will know that. I don't think she's going to send me the names. So this is gonna cut your game before everybody. And guess what? When you register, you're going to be added to the group instantly. So we're going to start working with you from tomorrow. That is how serious we are for you to grow. The first 20 persons that register, pay their registration, I am going to give you my list of top. This is the work that we put in over 14 years. This is sweat and tears. This is not no joke. This is the list of all that we have curated over all the years, top sellers that I give to some of my top students that are just flying. And this is going to move you from 1 to 60 in no time. And we're going to add you to the group and start working with you with my consultants now to get you set up. You can't want it better than that. You can't want it better than that. I'm going to give you that. So we're going to start setting up. So by the time class starts, your account should be already set up. Natasha, she's serious.
Yeah,
Guys.
one of the things that we do is we create a WhatsApp group prior to the class, and Barrington already starts giving you information on what to do, asking you what you have already, and you can ask him direct questions in that group as well. And that is where he shares all the information so that by the time you start the class, you're just hitting the ground rolling.
You're ahead of the game. You're ahead of the game.
Exactly.
Guys, this is not something that I take lightly. This is something that we put in the work. We're in the group from, Monday to Friday from 10 to 4. Nighttime, I'm going to take care of the pit of them. Weekend, I try to go carry them out and go out into the ministry and talk to people about the Bible. But I can tell you, when it's work time, I'm going to be working with you. My consultants are going to be in the group working with you. So you are going to actually be ahead of the game even before we start in April. By April 15, we are hoping that you're sending out your first shipment to Amazon. So I'm telling you again, for the first 20 persons to sign up, we're going to get you added to the WhatsApp group. We're also going to give you a list of the top sellers out of Jamaica. Billions of dollars are sold out of Jamaica with grocery. I'll give you what happened. You see when Olympics come up this year? Think about it. Olympics, Jamaica in the Olympics, Jamaica running the Olympics. When Jamaica running the Olympics and people go online, you said they can't buy weed, they might buy Jamaican products. They might buy tough crackers. They might buy icy mint. They might buy Buster. They might buy Donkey Kong. You just need to have that in your store. One of my top students on eBay, do you know what she sells? My top student on eBay, and I'm actually going to give you this product too. I'm going to tell everybody here now because I'm just showing you that we're so passionate about doing this. We know it works. Tenille, do you know what she sells? My top eBay student. You know what she sells?
Ginger tea?
Nope. It's something that is so weird that you might have think,
Doctor?
Dutch hot. Dutch
Oh,
Dutchy.
Dutch pot.
Dutchy.
Okay.
All right, argument done. Guys, when you sign up, put one in the chat and let me see so you really understand what we are talking about. Put one in the chat and let's see that. Listen, this is not no plaything. This is not no joke. 20 people. See, Carol signed up. 19 to go. Guys, this is what I'm talking about. See, we already have people signed up. This is not a plaything. We're getting you. So once I get these names, you see all these people signed up? This is real, guys. This is not anything that's pie in the sky or telling you all of these things. We're ready to rock. I have consultants who work for me in the US and they are ready to talk to you guys, to come in and give you pep talks and say, hey, this is what you do, build relationships. This is how we do it. When, you know, one of my students here in Jamaica, when he sold the 60 million, he called me up and he said, I have to tell you thanks because, you know, you really helped to put my family and me in a good place now. And well, really want to tell you thanks about it. But I give all that credit to Jehovah. But my thing is to be able to help him and to hear him to tell me that. And this is somebody who I was in his ears every day. Yo, start the man. Yo, do the thing, man. It's like tomorrow, man. Man, do it next week, man. And now the man come to me and said, boy, thank you for following up with me. Because I would have just missed the whole of this. And he followed instructions, every single thing that we did. And that is where, yes, if Talisha, yes. And that is where it happened, where you start to see the growth. And this is something that you're working with people day to day to sell products online. That is like, think about it. I go to the US and I run off. Remember the visa in the first? I go to the US and I run off. Me not come back. Now, I want some cocoa tea from Pioneer. I really feel like when I eat a tambourine ball, but me not see it nowhere around where I live. Me out in the boonies. I'm a run off. What do you think people are gonna do? They're gonna go www.amazon.com and they're gonna search. Okay, let me search for a tambourine ball. Oh snap, it's selling for $16. But guess what? It's not 16. I work $1 for $1. It don't matter. I want tambourine ball. I'm gonna click buy. I buy this for Jamaica. I buy 6. So 12 in the pack, and I buy 1 pack for $60, and I sell 6 of those packs for $19.99. So I spend $360, and I sell it for $19.99. And I was sold out selling tambourine balls. I was sold out. And I started telling, I'm like, really? People buy tambourine balls? Trust me, this is not something to sleep on. Guys, I'm waiting on the first 20. And everybody else who is on here, if you're not a part of that 20, you're not going to get that list. So let's rock and roll.
I was here looking through these questions because I realized we still have 32. The last question was about Etsy. Please explain how you can sell on Etsy from in Jamaica. I recently tried and was not able to. I think Etsy Pay is not available in Jamaica.
Correct. So she's right. So what I did, I registered a US LLC. I can show you how to do that. So I registered a US LLC from Jamaica, registered a US LLC. And because of that, I was able to get an EIN number. And you get a user EIN number, you can register on, and you can use Payoneer, or you can use your own bank account from the US. Somebody asked a good question. Jenny says she can get a recording for $30,000. That's something that Tenia will think about, and she'll email you guys. But I can tell you, being a part of the live class and asking questions, you can't buy that. I'm just telling you, because just one thing, you could be hitting your head on one thing and you're like...
Not just in live class.
Yeah.
In the WhatsApp group.
And the WhatsApp group is going to be, and I don't know if work out. Somebody asked about a payment plan. I don't know if that will be something you can talk to them and they'll talk to you about that. But
yes, we've done payment plans before.
Yeah. So it's let me show you another goal. And guys, I'm giving you information because I want you to understand that I'm not holding anything back. Luke 6:38, practice giving. Even if you don't sign up, I'm giving you enough content to go out there and do it. But If you want assistance to really make it happen, that's when you jump in. Let me show you something. Do you know what this is? Do you know what this is? Anybody can read it? Can you see it, Tanya? Can you see it? Perfect. Perfect, Patrice. Let me tell you something about this little black, sometimes smell bad something. It is the #1 product in the United States for hair growth. It is this and beard growth, the #1 product for hair and beard. Now, not only just this, but they tell you Jamaican black castor oil. Let me give you a quick story now. I was in Atlanta and I was having dinner with some people and they asked me, do you know anybody in Jamaica that has the castor oil seeds? And I'm like, my father-in-law grows some, you know. And she just light up. And she said, can I buy? How much can I buy? Can I buy the whole field? Tenil, when she said buy the whole field, in my mind, I'm thinking, what is Lydia talking about? Buy the whole field or what? And she said to me, we run Sunny Isle or, you know, one of those companies, Sunny Isle, one of those companies. I go online, search for them. They do $10 million a year selling castor oil. And it's Jamaican black castor oil. Oh, and that was way back when. So now them way about 50 million, 60 million a year. So I gave her the contact number and she said, listen, hold on. And she took out a checkbook and she wrote a check for $1,000 US and said, I want to deposit this because once I have the beans, I'll buy the whole field from you. I said, what? I think a joke. When I come home, she called and said, hey, my brother coming down tomorrow. The guy came by and he's like, he just looked at it and he's just taking them up. And he's like, oh, this is good. He bought like $300,000-400,000 worth of beans. And I remember having a discussion with my father-in-law and he said, you see these? This is gold. He said, when you plant them or when them drop, them just grow. And even the rat, if the rat eat it, it run them belly. And he said to me, the business that you're doing is like electronic farming. Because you list the products and people buy overnight. That is something that you must do. He's 85-year-old. And he has like 2 acres of this. And every time he has the beans, it's sold out. Do you know how much for a pound of that now, Tenil? For 1 pound of the beans, the seeds, just 1 pound of it. It's 500 Jamaican dollars for 1 pound of it. 500 Jamaican dollars for 1 pound. I did an experiment. They call them Zanzibar seeds online. So I said, all right, no problem. I'm going to save money growing tree. I took 12 of the seeds, 12, count it off with me, 12 of these, and I put them in a Ziploc bag and I listed it on eBay. 12 giant Zanzibar seeds from Jamaica, $14.99. And I just left it. Because I said, this now sell. I just left it. 1 week later, it sold $14.99. I paid $300 to ship it. Really? Somebody buy a dozen seeds for $14.99 and I just go pick them off of the tree? It told me that, oh, wow, money grow on the tree. Jamaica has so much natural resources that we don't even utilize them. You see, teas like, I can tell you another goal now. You see, teas like Busy and Cersei. It's when COVID time, we sold crazy amount of those teas. We couldn't keep it on the shelf. So guys, I'm trying to show you that, hey, listen, this is not something to sleep on. You should already have 20 people here by now. And Citeri and Payne, you should already have 20 people by now. This is not a plaything. This is something where you want to jump on this. You want to jump on this because you guys are here. This is an investment. Don't look at it like, Lord, we may find $55,000. This is an investment. This is an investment into your business. Where else in the world can you find $55,000 to start a business on a multi-million-dollar platform? You can't find it. It's not possible. And this is Amazon, where you're not worried about, like, I wonder if I want to scam thing this, that. Amazon this. This is one of the richest companies in the world. This is where me and you buy every week. And guess what? Remember I said yesterday, April 1st, is $100 credit now. So we buy and ship into Jamaica. So we not feel worried about the $50 little credit no more. We have $100. So it's like, hey, e-commerce is not going nowhere. We buy every day. So why not set up a store and sell and make back your money?
So
Why not?
another question, how important is specialization when trying to find your niche?
It's a great question. And you see, with specialization, if you have, like, makeup, like you're really good at the makeup and the eyelash thing them and so and so and so, that's crazy gravy. And gravy is what we call the money. It's crazy gravy because it's when you know that, okay, Maybelline sell good and you know this because you know the eyelash and the foundation and all that, you specialize in health and beauty. That's your category, health and beauty. So everybody else may go in grocery, but because you know health and beauty, just specialize in health and beauty and just run with it. Because I don't understand foundation and eyeliner and all them something there. I understand grocery. I understand grocery. So guess what? I'm going to tell you about grocery all day long. But you can now become the expert in specializing in health and beauty. And maybe I have to call you and hire you as a consultant to come talk to my students because that's how it works. And it's a transition. So most of my students now graduate into becoming consultants. So in the group, you see the consultants there, they were students like Toria, like Matthew. They started off just learning the thing. And now they're my expert with shipping. They're my expert with setup of Amazon. So that's where I want to get you to, not just the selling, but I want to open your mind to be like consultants in this. And I can tell you, when you're consulting with Amazon, you can do all right for yourself.
Someone asked if you need an export license to facilitate this process.
Big question. Who asked that? A big question that. Who asked that?
Shanicia Salmon.
Shanicia, big question. I'm going to give you a story on that. So coconut, castor oil, coconut, pimento, and some of those things need export license. So if you're sending an amount that is 10 pounds or less, it's non-commercial. But when you go over that, then it's commercial and it's flag license. I never know that. So I call and I got an email from Customs and Drug Enforcement and I'm like, Lord, what is Customs and Drug Enforcement? We need to talk to you because the shipment went over by 2 pounds. I said, okay, 2 pounds. I'm not going to call them back. They keep calling. You have to come meet with us. And I said, 2 pounds? Why? Somebody say, you know what, I'm going to go down there. So I go down there, meet with the customs officer. She said, sir, your shipment was over by 2 pounds and you know you only can send 10 pounds. I said, we never know that, you know. She said, ignorance is no excuse. And she had deal with me strong, you know. And I said, geez, how am I going to deal with this now? So I said, okay, so what's the fine? Come big chest. I said, what's the fine? She said, $500,000. I said, lady, I know weed me I send off. I just 2 pounds me over by, you know. She said, no, ignorance is nothing. It's $500,000. I said, I was ready to give up. Because I'm saying, when we ever find $500,000 today, where can I find $500,000? And I'm like, I saw the people love pressure people, you know. As them see me, I do my local business, and my pressure me, I talk about 500,000, you know. But then I stopped and I thought about it. If you're going to charge me $500,000 for 2 pounds over and it's not weed, this product must be good. So I calm down now. I humble myself. I'm going to go to say, I the baby pampers money me I use for just do a thing and so. What you can do for me? You think that the first time you never know about the regulations, so you say, all right, it's your first offense. I'm going to break it down to $120,000. I said, okay. And I paid $60,000. I said, we can get 2 payments. I paid $60,000 and I paid $60,000 again. So I called the authority now and say, hey, I'd love to do a license so we can export and so on, so and so. And them say, boy, export license like 6 months out and you have to come back to it. So, okay, me come back 6 months, they might give me a whole heap more run round red tape. So I went home and I went on Skype and I called in and I said, listen to me, Tenio. My name is Barrington McIntosh. I'd love to place an order for $2,000 on. Yes, sir. What your shipping address? Okay. So I saw it go. As a normal person going in pure red tape, but when we call as an overseas person, I can get anything I want and it can be shipped out to me tomorrow. So what do? We learn a lot of lessons. So I registered a US company and I started to use my US company to order, and I don't need an export license. And guys, if that alone you take out of this meeting today, you get a nugget. I registered a US company and I did business as a US company. We never need an export license, and I've been just buying and sending out since then, because guess what? The US company don't need an export license to buy from Jamaica, only when you're a Jamaican company. But I'm just showing you that if you buy directly from the factory, you can have them ship it out and you don't need an export license. You don't need an export license if you buy directly from the factory. So say if you get Lumide, even in Jamaica, you don't need to go register a US company. You just need to buy directly from the factory and have them export it since they have the license. Simple. So that's how you go around that.
And that was the perfect example of the difference between the version that you can buy online or learning from someone in Jamaica, right? So the next question is, how do I get the product? No. How would you go about selling a food item that might need to be frozen upon delivery?
Big question again. And guess what? I got a call from, what is the product that we eat every single day in Jamaica? Let's go. What is the product that we eat every single, it's a snack item and we eat it? Done, Kai. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Done, Kai. Right there, so right there, so Kai Thelwell. Me have something for you. Kai Thelwell. No. And also, my next, after I'm going to give another question, and I hope you don't go on yet, because the goodies don't done yet. I hope you don't go on yet, because the next two questions, well, Kai get one already. I'll give her. I'm going to grant you access to the course just for that. I'm going to grant you access to the course, and I have one more to give away. So she just get one, and I have one more to give away. So stay on, so make sure that you get it. So I heard from the owner of Juicy Beef, and he said, hey, I want to get the patty on Amazon. And I heard the other day that they're opened in Florida. I'm like, man. So the idea is you have to get, he said he couldn't do the patty shipped out because they don't do US beef and whatever. So Jamaican beef, because of that mad cow disease. So you had to get it done baked locally. So I guess that's up now and running now. But in the US, you can have frozen shipping with UPS and with FedEx same day or next day. You just have to make sure that you have a product that has enough money on it that you can take out the shipping costs out of it. Now, from Jamaica, it's going to be a bit tricky, but if you can get it frozen into the US and have it at a cold storage facility, FedEx and UPS ships out same day or next day for frozen items, and them have the packaging to ship it. But I can tell you, because you asked that question, you don't understand the potential for frozen products. Frozen patties, jamosas, all those other things that can be frozen. You can definitely, like guys, when we talk about Amazon, I don't know if you feel the passion online. I don't know if you feel the passion come out. But me I tell you, say, this is why you need a community. Because it's when you have a community, one idea like that, and all of we can benefit. One idea like that, because all of us can come together and brainstorm and say, okay, how can we make this work? And once you start to make it work, once you start to kick it, you'll start to see that, oh, snap, this thing can really, really work. So that's how you grow. You must be a part of a community, because if you're not a part of a community, people will say, no, sir, that can't work. No, sir, a joke thing that. Only people online can do them something. And if you hear that enough in your ears, you start to believe it. But if I'm telling you and showing you every day that this works and you're seeing that it works, then you will understand that this can work. So frozen, yes. But that is something that you have to do a lot of logistics, get it in the US. But may I tell you, can you imagine selling patty on Amazon? Frozen 12-pack patty and 6-pack patty? And not normal Latina? That is like a huge market and it's totally untapped. So very good question. Yes, Jordan, the prep centers would have the different sales tax and so forth. But remember, Amazon handles all of that kind of collecting sales tax and all that kind of stuff. So you don't have to worry about that. Amazon handles that. And at the end of the year, if you qualify 20,000 US or 200 sales, Amazon will send a 1099 to you and you take it to your accountant and you do your taxes. And then you have to work with the Jamaican threshold again, which is what, 1.7 now? You work with the Jamaican threshold. So it's after you pass the 1.7, then they start pay profits on it and whatever. So yeah. And Kai, make sure that you register on barringtonmacintosh.com and then you can reach out and we will get you sorted out for you. You got the course complimentary and we have one more slot to go. One more slot for the next person. We have one more person who can get it complimentary and I'll ask the question on that. But yeah, Tenny, go ahead.
Well, what is the approximate startup capital that you would need to get your business started?
300 to 500 US dollars. But let's say about 140 to 50,000 Jamaican dollars. You don't have to have that, but that's a nice little start. That's a nice little start.
Okay, and for the US bank account, do I need to go up there to get it opened?
Nope, you're right here in Jamaica. You get that open, you get your bank account details, and you give it to Amazon. Guys, that is the reason why we do these courses, because we know you have the questions, and we know it just looks ridiculous, and we know it just looks like it can't work. But when you come in and we go through the classes, then you get to see that, oh, I can do this. That's what we want.
Persons are saying, so what if they already have an Amazon account? How can you help them?
Perfect. We get ready to grow. So we're going to open new channels for you in terms of new categories that you can sell in. Or we're going to give you auto ungating ASINs, so you get auto approved for different ASINs. We're going to teach you strategies on how you find new products, how you find good products. That's the beauty about this. It's not just the one level, just that. It's about people who are actually, you know, at the point where they can like, okay, then they can do this. So we can, it's different levels of doing it, not just the start. So if you start already, how do you grow? If you're at $1,000 a month, how you get to 5,000? If you're at 5,000, how you get to 10,000, 20,000, things like that.
So someone is working in the US, but they make tie-dye products and sell them when they're in Jamaica. They're wondering how they could sell that on Amazon.
But what kind of products?
Tie-dye products.
So like shirts and that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you have them in Jamaica, you can list them on Amazon and get them, you know, sold overseas where they have to ship it over there. And also, if you have products that are in the US, you can actually buy them on, you know, tie-dye products on different locations, send them to a prep center, and then have that filled from there. So there's so many different ways that you can get it done.
All right, someone's asking if you have to have a US address.
Getting our feedback.
Sorry about that.
Somebody in a close to you. Nah, unmute.
Yeah.
Somebody was asking how quickly were you able to scale your business and at what point did you realize you needed help to recruit? No, let me tell you what happens, Anne. When you start, you feel like you alone can do it and you're very cagey and you don't want to give nobody nothing to do and you're going, you know. But then you realize that, oh, people can pack the boxes better than I can. I need to go out and find new vendors and build relationships and have somebody else packing the box. But once the business starts to turn enough money that you can actually pay somebody and you can actually do other things that only you can do and you can do really good, you just outsource that to somebody else and say, hey, put this together for me and send off that shipment. And it's one of the best feelings when you're able to have multiple inventory sources going into Amazon where you don't touch and you're just like seeing the numbers coming back in. It's a beautiful feeling. Next question.
All right, so someone asked, Ann McIntosh asked, how quickly were you able to
Yeah, man,
scale the
that's what
business?
I just answered. That's what I just
Okay,
answered.
okay. And Sandra saw. All right, so you answered that. Michelle Ferguson, how do I sell stuff without actually physically handling the product?
Great question. No, that's what we call online arbitrage. So you're going to purchase products online, you're going to send them to a prep center, and then you're going to have that prep center hold them for you and either send them into Amazon or they can fill the orders for themselves. So that's what we call online arbitrage. And we're going to talk about that in the class as well.
All right, so Dennis Colbury, so 5 times you mentioned, so 5 items you mentioned are required to establish a store. What is the requirement for receiving payments? Do we need to, for example, a PayPal account to receive payments?
Good question. Payoneer is the account that you use. So if you have a US denomination bank account, so let's say you go to America and you have a Bank of America or a Wells Fargo, you can use that. But apart from that, you can use a US bank account used through Payoneer. And we're going to walk you through how to set that up.
All right, another question by Dennis Colbury. What's the difference with your solution versus affiliate marketing? Isn't your method more labor intensive? Please explain the solution you feel is more lucrative / convenient.
All right, great. Nice question. Everybody have different approaches. No, I do both. I do affiliate marketing and I also do Amazon products. Because guess what? Physical products are something that we know will sell. Affiliate marketing is based on physical products. So affiliate marketing is where you go on Amazon and you get a link. Let's say you have a YouTube channel and you talk about skincare product. You go on your YouTube channel and you will go back to your Amazon affiliate channel and you will get a link to my product that I am selling on Amazon, my physical product that I am selling on Amazon. And you will say, hey guys, to get my face so nice and light, this is what I use to rub my face, right? Now, that link now, Amazon pays you 8% commission. If somebody click on the link, go over to Amazon and buy my physical product. So as I said, I do both of them. Why I like dealing with physical products is that this is something that you don't have to wonder whether or not it's going to sell, especially like grocery items or health and beauty. You don't have to wonder whether it's going to sell. You know this is a proven product and it's going to sell. There is we already do the research and we know the market demand. And that's the reason why I say you have to put the work in. So if work is what you're running from, then you wouldn't want to do the physical part of it because you're going to say, well, I can't bother with packing up boxes and sending it in. And you don't have to do that. Because I teach you to work smarter as opposed to harder. So do you think that no, I physically do all of the boxing and so on, so on, so? I'm not do that again. Me start off doing it, but we not do it again. Because we reach now where we can actually hire somebody to do it, or I can leverage relationships with a manufacturer and say, hey, I want 500 of this castor oil product. Ship it to Amazon for me. I don't touch nothing, but I have a store. So you have to start off doing it and then now learn how to outsource that or to make somebody else take over that portion for you. Because as I said, if you're ready to reach to the end game, you can't just get there. So you have to get something rolling or you buy an Amazon store then that already has that set up. That's your other option. But affiliate is great. But I like physical products because yes, it's labor intensive to start, but at the end of the day, you put in the work, you get the results. You put in the work, you get the results. Why do you think people in supermarkets in Jamaica always do good? Everybody have to eat. Them have to eat is not optional, like, okay, I'm going to take a week off eating. It's not optional. So you go into a business that is not optional. People have to eat. All in COVID, people have to eat. So yeah, you want to get to the end game where you're not involved so much, but you have to put in the work up front.
All right. So anonymous attendee, are there any required product standards by Amazon that you need to meet to be able to qualify to do business through their platform?
All right, so Amazon wants to make sure that the product is export ready. So I just shared the screen and I'm going to talk about what I have on the screen here. So export ready means that your product has it's in a box nice, it has the label, it has the label on there, it has the barcode. So Amazon wants your product to be ready to come to their platform. You can't just go put something in a poly bag and send it to them, or put it in a little phone bag and send it to them. They want the product to be ready for the market. Similar to this here. They want the product to be ready for the marketplace. See that? It has the nice little label at the top. So if you have a product that you're doing, you would go to Bureau of Standards Jamaica and you would get your product export ready. So you know your product is ready, then you know the regulations in the US. To start off, if you're sending a shipment that is 20 pounds or less, it's non-commercial. If it's over 20 pounds, it's commercial. That means you have to register with the Food and Drug Administration to get it through customs and that kind of thing. So there are different things that you have to do if you're a manufacturer. But one of the things that we teach is to leverage what you are doing now, leverage the manufacturer. So let's say, example, if I am creating a hair product, but I don't have a ISO 9000 facility, I can go to somebody that have one already out in St. Thomas and make them make my product. Once they make my product, it now qualifies as ISO 9000 certified because it's made in a facility that's ISO 9000 certified. Just if you get me, how you can leverage existing facilities. So you want to ensure that your product, nice label, barcode, the words must be big enough. It can't be no little squiggly something that people hard to read. So those are some of the standards that Amazon wants you to meet. And it has to have good expiration date. You can't set up something and it's going to expire in 2 weeks. That's not going to work. You have to have a decent expiration date that they know, okay, when it comes to Amazon facility and it's there, it can, have a little time to get to the customer and get to the customer fresh. So those are some of the main things that Amazon want. Now, I shared my screen to show you guys this. So this is Gevalia K-Cup pods, cappuccino, 6 count, 36 pack. So it's 6 pack, right? So they put them together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's 6 in each pack. Do you think I touch any of these at all? Do you think we touch any of these at all? At Jamaica, I live. We don't buy them at Jamaica. So I have a friend in the US who goes to Publix and she buy them and she pack them up and she send them into my Amazon account. I don't touch nothing. That's hands off for me. Now let's look at my cost. So she told me that on May 26th, she bought it at Publix and she bought it for $32.97. And she charged me $3 to put them together in the 6-pack and send them into Amazon for me. I sold it for $69.99. So when I take out the $32.97 and I take out the $3, that's $35.97. When Amazon take out their fees and all of that, I still making about $10 to $12 off of this one product. I am still making about 10 to 12. So every time I sell one of these, I make between $10 and $12. I sell another one, I make between $10 and $12. I sell 2 more down here, so I make the same thing. I did not physically touch them. So let's say you have somebody in the US that can go into Publix for you and buy one, get one. You have somebody that can go into Walmart for you. They can go in, they can buy the stuff, prepare it, send it into Amazon for you, and then you can go ahead and take it from there. So good question. We have another 9 minutes, guys. Let's get those questions in.
All right, another question.
Marsha had wanted to ask a question for us. Marsha, please unmute.
Good afternoon.
Hi, Marshall.
Right, so I'd like to ask, I am in the education sector, so what I'd be interested in is books. How do I go about doing that one?
All right. So Amazon, good question. So Amazon has what's called print on demand. And they have their PDF, they're KDP, sorry. Kindle Direct Publishing. So they have a direct publishing. And what that is where you get set up and you can upload your outline on doc format, and Amazon will print it in a book when it sells. They'll put it in the book format and send it to the customer. That's called Kindle Direct Publishing. The beauty about publishing is that when you get paid, it's royalties. So whatever them take out and whatever, so say you sell a book for $19.99 and them take out their commission and so, and you get your royalty. Royalties are non-refundable. So even if the customer send back the book, your money that you get is non-refundable. That's the beauty of doing books on Amazon. Suppose you get a really nice book, and let me tell you guys, so let me show you guys something. You know one of our top sellers on Amazon? A Jamaican cookbook. Let me run that back again. One of our top sellers on Amazon is a Jamaican cookbook. How to make fried dumpling, how to make liver, how to make ackee and saltfish. That is one of the top sellers. You buy that for like $1,500 and you sell it for like $49.99. I never write the book, but I'm selling the book. Suppose you, Marsha, wrote that book and you are selling the book. Can you imagine what you look at?
Yeah,
People want to know that. So it's Kindle Direct Publishing, and you can get set up with Amazon KDP, and then you can upload the different titles and tell them what it's all about, give them a synopsis. Maybe you have to give away like a free chapter. They'll tell you to wet them beak with a free chapter of the book, and you just give them one that's okay. I'm gonna give you a little taste of the book, like a one chapter. When the person read, they're like, oh, I like it, and then go back and buy. So that's what it's all about. Amazon KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing.
thank you.
All right, no problem. So we have 7 minutes to go, and we'll have one more person to get in there. So let's get the questions going. And the question coming up, we still, this is amazing. We still have over 100 people on the live, and we finished the webinar all long. And guys, if you have signed up, again, what you're gonna get, if you've signed up already, you're in the top 20, I'm gonna give you the full list of top sellers from Jamaica. You're going to be added to the chat early. So by tomorrow, you will be in the WhatsApp chat. By tomorrow, you'll be in the WhatsApp chat. And once you're in the WhatsApp chat, we're going to start off with getting you set up. So you're going to get set up before we start in April. I mean, later in April, we're going to get set up. So by the time the first class starts, you probably don't be like, Barrington, I'm already ready to send off my package, A post office media ship off my package. That's what we're talking about. So I want to see you take action. So, Tenil, you should, I think you probably reach about 50 now. People should be signing up. You should be passing that 20 mark, or maybe we have to extend that or go a little. But those who take action today, trust me, you don't have to worry. If you took action today, we're going to take care of you. We're going to take care of you. If you took action today, we're going to take care of you. Now, quick one. This is the question. This is my last question. And anybody gets close to this, I'm going to give them that second scholarship. So the first one went to Kai, I think, and you can give somebody else the second scholarship to come with us. I'm living here in Jamaica. Amazon looks at your performance and they give you money based on your performance. So they look at you and say, Tenila, go on good, But every minute you run out of stock. Every minute you run out of stock. And they're like, Tenila, here, we're going to give you a little money to go stock your store. You don't have to show them what you buy with it or anything, but you have to stock the store and they take out. So if they give you like a 10 grand loan, they'll take back like $800. That's the cost for the loan, $800 for a 10 grand loan. Well, if I can't take $10,000 and make more profit and pay by the $800, I need to come off. And that's 10,000 US dollars, 1.5 million Jamaican dollars. Now I'm going to ask you guys, I've been on Amazon since 2009, 2010, right there. And the one that is closest to the amount of loans that we have gotten from Amazon, I'm going to give you compute into the course. So that's 2 persons that's going to be in. Now, what do you think they have given us in loans to this day? And we don't owe them no money now. We paid off everything. What do you think they have given us in loans to this day? Okay, D'Angelo Simpson, 1.25 was 1.2. So D'Angelo, congratulations, you got it right on spot. So D'Angelo gets comp the course, he gets everything. And the persons who get comp the course, they are going to get the everything, the group, everything. They're going to get everything. Guys, this was a really good session. Uno, give me a good vibe. wanna respond. Me love this. And my commitment is me and my team, we're gonna work with you. We're gonna make this happen. So Jonathan, post the link again for those who didn't get it, for those who are like, listen at the time. So again, D'Angelo Simpson and Kai, just reach out to Tennille and Jonathan, and then they will just get